Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and the Washington Commanders just made their second round pick, drafting Michigan cornerback Mike Sainristil at 50. We're going to break it down all in today's video. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and the notification bell as well, and stay tuned for something that Nick Saban said about this player that is very, very good for the Washington Commanders. So let's go ahead and get into it. Commanders they trade back from their original spot at 40, get 50 and 53. They also gave up another pick, but I think they got good value overall in this trade. They did end up trading, that pick ended up being to the Eagles for Cooper DeJean. So that's not the best, but I think they got a good cornerback here. From Michigan. Let's get into some information on him. Very athletic guy, 4.47, 40-yard dash, 40-inch vertical leap. Broad jump is good. Bench press 14. I feel like that's solid for a DB. He's small, 5'9", 182 pounds. So he is a small guy, but he's going to play cornerback for them. Could play in the slot, and I think he has versatility. He can play on the outside. Saw some people say he could play safety as well. So a bunch of different things that he can play. Not a reach at all. It was projected to be a second round pick. A lot of people had him around 38 to 43, 45 on their board. So getting him at 50 is good. He's a little older, so similar to Newton, I believe, who I think Newton's a little bit older as well, who they just drafted. But 2019, played in 13 games, one start at receiver. So, hey, a little bit of versatility there. Receiver as well in 2020. 2021, played in 14 games, 5 with playing at receiver. Had some, special teams experience as well, both returning and on defense or tackling. Started 11 of 14 games in 2022, 58 tackles, 6.5 tackles per loss, 2 sacks, interception, and 7 PBUs, and a team captain. You love to see that. This past season, tied for third in the FBS with 6 interceptions, 2 returned for touchdowns, started all 15 games for the national champions, 44 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 6 PBUs, and 2 forced fumble, and a team captain. So really like this pick. Not going to give a bunch of grades. It's so, especially for these picks, it's so hard to give grades, and I just want to see how old Newton is. It's so hard to give grades with these guys so early, but I am going to say I do really like this pick for the Washington Commanders. It's a DB, a position of need, and very athletic guy, strong. Even though he is small, he can get a lot of things done and can get to the quarterback occasionally, can force some fumbles, can get some tackles for loss. So he is a very good all-around player. I'll go over his overview. Reliable and tough with the athleticism and upside to keep getting better as a nickel cornerback. Sainristil is a former receiver who plays with surprising field awareness and attention to detail as a zone defender. He has a twitch and footwork to stay connected with routes and man coverage, but needs more experience at the position to operate with better recognition and feel for the routes. So that is something, and I'll make sure I read from there, but that is something that I didn't even think about. He played receiver his first 2-3 years, so even though he is a little bit older, he is, he's going to have that. He's still going to be developing because he is relatively new to that position. Top-notch ball skills with 6 interceptions, 2 for touchdowns in 2023. No problem stepping up and doing his part as a run defender. Sainristil still isn't there. Sainristil isn't there yet, but should keep improving and has a chance to become a starting nickel in time. And yeah, that's kind of what we need there. Also interested to see what they think about Quan Martin, if they want to play him at safety or if they want to play him at nickel or outside corner. There's a bunch of different spots they could play him at, and he's a versatile player. Position flex, I know you guys don't want to hear that word. Ron Rivera said that a lot. You look at the strengths: good athlete, twitchy, experience at wide receiver, and some other stuff. And then weakness, 2 years at cornerback, requires more seasoning. So sometimes your strengths are also your weaknesses, and your weaknesses can be your strengths. Just depends on how you look at it. You can see some of the other stuff as well. But I really like this move. You're drafting a winner, a team captain, a guy that did play another position, so he's still learning, but he has good ball skills and very athletic. And Nick Saban, and let me go ahead and pull up the tweet right here from Goodfield Yates has it up here. He said, I might make a video titling this, but Nick Saban on new Commanders cornerback Mike Sainristil. This may be pound for pound the best football player in this draft. So Nick Saban absolutely loves him, and it seems like Adam Peters is drafting best player available, which is not a bad strategy at all. And I do like this pick. Didn't love the Newton pick. I'm not saying I hated it. And if we do end up trading Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, that'll change my opinion on the pick. We'll bring up the grade, at least in my mind. But this pick, I really like. Position need, good value. I'm excited to see what he can do for the Washington Commanders. Now we just got to help out our young QB. Let's get an offensive lineman, maybe a receiver. There's still some good guys on the board to help out this team. Peace, guys.